Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys really liked my September favorites video, so I am here for another round of it. I would prefer to do these in the middle of the month, so that's why we're here mid-October to do my October favorites. So I am surrounded by a few of the things that I want to talk about in this video. I got some big items this month. I'll round this video out with like some little tiny things that I'm also just really into in October. But the first thing is this behind me that I want to talk to you guys about. The other really big thing is what I'm sitting on. We got a new couch. It's very exciting. So let's get to my thoughts about things that have come into my life recently. So let's talk about this. I am being a smart human being this year is the moral of the story of this video. I am basically determined to not let seasonal depression get the best of me, and I'm doing a weird thing where instead of doing like a New Year's resolution, when I'm already in like the midst of winter blues, I'm starting in fall. So starting in October, I was like, okay, we're gonna start working out because you feel like garbage all the time. I don't wanna feel like garbage all the time, especially going into like cold weather months that I already am like less happy in to begin with. So I was like, we're gonna be preemptive about our physical and mental health this year. And then Yeesol reached out to me and they were like, hey, we'd like to send you our new S3 smart bike. And I was just like, the universe is here. Long story short, I was actually looking into getting some sort of like spin bike because my husband is a big cycler. He is a big time mountain biker and road cycler, and it's like his main thing. Like I have like books and YouTube, he does bike stuff, whether that is like scaring the crap out of me and mountain biking and ending up in the hospital because you know that happens frequently in our lives, or going on like 100-mile like road cycles. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? I kind of get it now. He has always wanted me to like kind of get into some sort of cycling, and I was just like, that's scary, no thank you. But stationary bikes that come with fun music and workouts that like somebody's like talking to me through the whole thing, that's up my alley. I basically, much like a lot of the world, was looking into the whole like Peloton craze, but Pelotons are very expensive. Like that's a big investment. So this company reached out to me, and I did a lot of research because I always do a lot of thorough research before I actually like reply to emails of companies that reach out. This is a very reputable product. I was just like, oh, this is my like sign that I need to get into this. So this is the Yeesol S3 Smart Spin Bike that is essentially like a more on budget Peloton type of bike. It comes with like a tablet holder, it comes with an app, it comes with like a heart rate monitor, and it's all Bluetooth and interactive with your phone or with your tablet. And you can take live classes, you can do pre-recorded classes, anything from like beginner, easy 15-minute rides up through like really intensive like interval training, strength, endurance, whatnot type of training. There are free rides that you can do on the app, like through lovely scenery. You can just do like your own personal rides. It's freaking cool, man. Okay, let's show you this freaking cool bike, okay? So it's got magnetic resistance. This is how you change it. It's got a tablet holder. It fits smaller tablets. I don't even have a tablet, so I actually just use my phone. That's all I use on it, and it's really easy. The app that this comes with automatically syncs to the bike and to the armband thing, which is this little sucker. And you can wear it on your forearm or on your bicep. My guns are obviously way too big to put it up there, so I prefer forearm. No, I'm just kidding. I just prefer it on my forearm. But you can just put it right there. It tracks your heart rate. It syncs with the bike, and all of this is live during all the classes that you can take, so you can see like real-time heart rate monitoring and your cadence, your RPMs, your resistance. Everything syncs into the app, which is super cool. Okay, let's take a look at this app. Yes, this is my phone. I have pictures of pets. But this is what the app looks like when you open it. These are all of the current classes that are super popular right now, popular for beginner. I like that it breaks down different playlists for you of different things. There are different collections of types of rides. Down at the bottom is the cool thing though. This is where you can do your own freestyle riding for heart rate training or power training. This is the cool thing. Look at all these cool places that you can ride at. They have basically camera footage of someone else riding, so it feels like you're in these places. Super nifty. So we go over to the next tab, and these are the current workouts that are available that you can sort through. And what's really neat is you can hit filter, and you can choose like your length or your type of class, which is very convenient to me, who likes to only do very short rides because I don't want to die. Next is your schedule. So these are upcoming live rides that you can do. So you can do it live with other people. And then going over to your profile, we aren't going to judge the fact that I haven't ridden this week. Work has been insane. But you can go to all of the workouts that you've done, click on them, and then you can go into each of those rides and actually follow your entire ride. So this is like a graph of my cadence throughout the ride that I did, the power, like the amount of watts that you put out. It shows all of your fancy graphs, your heart rate. We don't need to judge that my heart rate's super high. Okay, I'm very out of shape. This is a no judgment zone, right? Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, that's basically what the app looks like. The classes are super fun and motivating. I'm a big fan. The bike itself, super stable. Like you can do full mountain climbs and it is very sturdy. Big fan of it. Pretty much everything on this bike is adjustable, so you can adjust seat height. You can also adjust whether the seat moves backwards or forwards. Handlebar height you can adjust. This is the tablet holder, and this you can tip and move easily. This is your resistance control. It's got a badass unicorn on it. I'm a big fan of that looking at me while I'm riding. It is on wheels, and it's honestly pretty easy to move. Like you can literally just like lift up the back and just roll it through your house, which is nice. The moral of the story, this has been like a godsend for me. I actually feel like good about myself. I am legitimately like sweating my butt off during these workouts. I highly recommend investing in a good fan to blow on you while you're doing a class. It has a water bottle holder. Hydration is also key. So basically, so far, I don't really have any complaints. I am probably going to switch my pedals out to clip-in pedals because these just have toe cages on them. And I have very small feet. So in order to keep my feet, like the axle of the pedal on the ball of my foot where it's supposed to be, it's hard to do that in like toe cage pedals. So that might be the only thing that I'm gonna change about this bike. So not only can you use the Yeesol app, which honestly I have yet to get bored with. I've been using this bike for a few weeks now and I love everything that's on it. I have done so many classes. I like that it tracks your workout schedule. I like that the bike itself syncs directly to the app so that you can see everything. Like you can see your heart rate, you can see your cadence, you can see your RPMs, you can see your watts, and you can track your resistance, so you can't really lie in class and say that you have it at a lower resistance when you were supposed to have it at a higher resistance. We don't do that here. But you can also use this with Zwift, which my husband is stupid excited over because that's what he uses when he uses his trainer in our basement. He hooks up like his road cycle to like a trainer thing. So in theory, when my legs and my lungs and my heart, you know, get in better shape than they are right now, we can do rides together, which is super cool. So it connects with a bunch of apps. I believe there is a way that I'm going to look to in the future, but honestly, I don't feel the need right now. I think you can buy a cadence tracker to put on one of your pedals, and you can connect this to the Peloton app as well if you would like to use that subscription for those classes, but this bike without spending a couple $1,000s on a bike and shipping. So moral of the story, I have zero complaints about this. It was super easy to put together. It came almost completely assembled, basically like the stabilizer bars, your handlebars, and your seat and your pedals were all that you had to attach, and it was very easy to do. And it's nice quality. Like it is honestly really high quality. There's sweat guards on all of the smart things. This is your magnetic resistance down here, and everything is like well contained and smooth. It's quiet, like it doesn't make any sound when you're riding it other than, you know, you're huffing and puffing. We ignore that though, because I use earbuds. I don't need to hear myself. So that being said, this is 1,000% worth the much cheaper price than the Peloton price, because this is essentially the same bike, but with more app compatibility and much cheaper. Big fan. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about in this video that is somewhat related to that are these shorts. But if you have a Peloton or any sort of spin cycle bike situation going on, you know how much it hurts your butt. Yeah, it hurts your butt. So I started looking into like just the women's cycling shorts. I honestly wore my husband's cycling shorts for quite some time, but let me tell you, male and female anatomy is quite different. So like they worked for like the first week until I ordered some for myself. But let me tell you, these, look at the butt, look at the booty. It's a nice booty. These are the Bayleaf women's cycling shorts in the 5-inch seam. So these are amazing. They come up to like a really reasonable height. They're super comfy. They make your butt look great because they have padding on them. So, you know, you can work the donk. Yeah. And also my main thing was that a lot of cycling shorts are very long. Like they're meant to hit right above your knee. As your resident hobbit, most of those go past my knee. So these are like 5-inch inseams and they work really well. They have like grippies on the inside so they don't move up your leg. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I know this is a very niche thing, but for any of you guys who have Pelotons or have cycling anything, this will save your lady bits. Highly recommend. All right, so have I lost all of you guys with your health discussion? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it back in with pickle dip. This is the next favorite thing that I wanted to talk about. I talked about exercising, let's talk about junk food. This is how well balanced I like to keep my life, okay? This is my 3rd container of this. I can't stop eating it. And when this disappears from Sam's Club, I'm gonna be a sad Chelsea. If you are a fan of pickles, get this dip. It's delectable. I think you can get this at Costco and at Sam's Club, probably at BJ's because they like to have competitive stuff. This is literally pickle ranch dip. It tastes like pickles, but it also tastes like ranch. And it is the best thing that has come into my life recently. It is the reason that I need that bike because I just sit there and I just eat this all night long. I eat it with Triscuits. I'm sure you could probably eat it with vegetables like a healthy person. No, I eat it with healthier crackers. That's what I tell myself, okay? I could be eating it with like, I don't know what's that super unhealthy that you could use to dip and stuff. Chips, maybe? I don't know. I personally like eating it with the Triscuit Thin Crisps because it's a lovely texture. I'm a texture food person. Eat this, it's so good. If you like pickles and if you're a big fan of snacking, this is a big recommendation. Was this a good balance in this video? I talked about an exercise cycle and then I talked about junk food. That's pretty much how I live my life, so you're welcome. Okay, let's talk about some other stuff that I'm really into recently. It is fall, obviously this is an October favorites video, but basically a lot of new seasons of my husband and I's favorite shows are out now, which is really exciting. So we don't watch much TV pretty much at all. We're kind of boring. But I feel like every fall we get a new cycle of like, or at least a new season of all of our shows. So basically we've already watched through the newest seasons of Lego Masters and Making It, which is basically as far as we get into reality TV. Making It is still one of my favorite shows of all time. I mean, it's Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman, so you can't go wrong with the hosts, but it's about crafting and it's like the sweetest show ever. Like if you like the Great British Bake Off, it's kind of similar to that where like everybody like helps everybody. It's friendly. It's like a competition, but not really. It's so wholesome. I adore it. So we watched through the new season of that. We watched through the new season of Lego Masters because we are big nerds at heart. We love Legos and that show is fantastic. Big fan. Okay, we're joined by a cricket butt in the background now. But also non-reality shows. Season 3 of Sex Education just came out. That's one of my favorite shows. It is so good. It has some of the best open conversations about sexuality and gender and just like modern day issues for teens. It's a UK show, which means I feel like it's very real compared to US shows. I adore that show. Every episode has like some of the best like discussions about everything. It's so good. So we watched season 3 and the last show that we have ready to go is the new season of Atypical. I love Atypical. That one is about a lot of things. It's kind of like a drama, but it is mostly focused around a family whose son is autistic and it's kind of just like their life, everyday life, what he goes through, what they go through. And it's also a really good wholesome show. So while we're on the topic of watching TV, let's get to this. I got a new couch. Let me zoom out. We got a couch. Look at it. Don't worry, I'll zoom in so I won't be yelling at you. But my dog likes it, so that's a good thing. Yeah? It's a good thing? Okay. Are you gonna have to deal with light coming from the side? Yes, because I want to film in the corner of my couch. I'm still wearing my cycling shorts. Deal with it. This was a big purchase that we made. As your resident millennial, buying furniture is incredibly stressful because it's so expensive. So long story short, we basically had a couch and a love seat set that came from Randy's house from when he was like a teenager, like my husband. It's been disgusting for a very long time. They're very high quality. They were very nice couches with like recliners and whatnot. But as you guys know, couches get really gross after years and years of wear, especially like when you have pets. Like Manny would just like sleep out here at night and just like lick a foot and I'm like, oh look, a new stain on the couch. And after years of me like using a carpet cleaner to like steam clean the couch and doing as much cleaning and maintenance as possible, I had just basically had it with that couch. So we bought a new one. It was very exciting. And Manny agrees. He is sitting right next to me. We'll just deal with some backlighting here. That's a cat toy that sticks to the window in case you were curious. It just has balls that they can play with. Maturity. But this is not sponsored anything, or this was not, we spent a lot of money on this couch. And it's very exciting. This is the first big piece of furniture that we have bought in a very long time, and I'm very excited over it. Sectionals are hard to choose, especially when you have like a small space to fit it in. Our house in general, but this room in particular, is very small, so it was very hard to find like the correct angled sectional. The cats are playing with a toy in the background. That's probably what you're hearing. But it's so exciting. It kind of needs to like fluff up a bit more because it did get shipped, but basically, moral of the story, this is a new favorite because we spent a lot of money on it. So I'm a big fan of new furniture. Should I move the camera over because a cat is on it? Yeah, I should. Also, there's better lighting on this side because the window is not behind me anymore. But that's all I've got for October favorites. Basically, this has been consuming my life. I am eternally grateful for Yeesol for sending this to me. I've got a discount code for you guys if you would like to use it. I will have everything linked in the description. I hope I did it justice with a review of it, but I'm a huge fan and my butt is gonna look amazing at some point in time. I've got to put the work in, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So that is going to be it for this favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have recommendations of things that you think I would like, toss them at me because I've got another full month to go until my next favorite videos. This was like a September and then October back to back that I was just like, I've got things in my life that I want to share, and this is what I'm sharing with you guys. And yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next one.